Hi, welcome to Conny's in the Mix. My topic today, cancer. New cancer tests, surgery not always necessary. I do that a lot because cancer is such a big topic. It's like affecting us through our parents, through our children, through grandparents, friends. Somebody always has cancer. So we need to look around what's going on in the cancer market, what they offer, what they do, what MDs offer, what alternatives we have. Do we have complementary things we can do? Can we do something to avoid cancer? And the idea came last Sunday when we were invited to with friends for Mother's Day's brunch. And one of really a good friend of mine had prostate cancer. And I was watching what he is eating, and I could not believe it. He had 42 cancer treatment shots, he told me, and he had the last 2 weeks ago. And he went to the buffet in a way I've never seen before. He was eating so many sweets, he was eating so many carbs. I could just not believe that, because without having a doctor degree in oncology, I know that sugar is feeding cancer cells. So every time when you are eating sugar and carbs, that is feeding cancer cells, like the monocarbs. Very, very important to consider that when you put together your nutrition when you are in cancer treatment. Now, I asked him, did anybody ever talk to you about nutrition after having cancer treatment, after going through chemotherapy? And he said no. Said the doctor never talked to you about what you should eat, or maybe give the recommendation to go to a dietitian. And he said no, because that's all it. If I take a pill, then I can eat sugar. And you know, I like to lecture, and I just thought it's not appropriate on Mother's Day to start lecturing everybody when we have this beautiful brunch, what's cancer and what's sugar doing to cancer. I just didn't think it's appropriate, and I think it was a good idea not to do it, but that doesn't mean that it didn't shock me. And like, really for days I was thinking about that, and then by accident the Wall Street Journal had a special on May 10 this week about cancer. It's new prostate cancer tests, and it's talking about what they are doing here, what new developments they had. And I want to show you something here. This is really important because 30 million American men will have a prostate-specific antigen, that's PSA, test. 6 million men of them will be found to have elevated PSA levels. 1 million of that group will undergo a prostate biopsy. 180,000 men who have biopsies will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. Another 180,000, and that's important too, another 180,000 men will have prostate cancer, the biopsy missed. It's important, it's 50% missing. 100,000 men with prostate cancer will have low-risk tumors that are unlikely to spread or cause symptoms. 60,000 men with low-risk cancers will undergo surgery or radiation anyway, probably completely unnecessary. So that means when you have cancer, especially prostate cancer, it doesn't always mean that it's aggressive, that it's growing fast. It doesn't mean that. You have to really look into it, and sometimes you don't even need chemotherapy, or you don't need a cut. You have to look into that, and this is what the Wall Street Journal is doing. So if you have prostate cancer right now, it would be a good idea to really look into that. That was the Wall Street Journal, Tuesday, May 10, 2016. To order that or go online, you can Google it. It says, this one guy who had prostate cancer, Dr. Lee ran a genetic test on this patient's biopsy sample, which calculated that Mr. Piazza, that's the cancer client, then 70 years old, had only a 3% chance of dying from prostate cancer over the next 10 years if he left the tumor untreated. 3%, that's nothing. So why should you go through chemotherapy and all that and radiation when you have just a 3% that the cancer is growing? So now these new procedures, these new testings are the following. The procedure done on Mr. Piazza's tumor sample called Prolaris, I hope I spelled that right, Prolaris, by Myriad Genetics, is one of several new prostate cancer tests that aim to reduce detection and treatment of tumors that are likely to be harmless while still spotting those that are lethal. So that's important. These tests will tell you if you should go on maybe with radiation, or you have to go to different treatments, or if you have to leave the tumor alone as an option. Also, the new tests now using blood, urine, tissue samples go well beyond PSA tests and aim to tell men in advance not simply if they have prostate cancer, but also if it is aggressive enough to warrant locating and treating, or if it can be safely monitored instead. It could be just monitored too. Sometimes that's enough. And why would you go through all this poisoning when you don't need that? You have to really look into that. Also think about that. Oncologists, their money is to sell you chemotherapy. That's their money. So every time when somebody's coming into the oncologist's door, he will for sure give you chemo because it's his business. He is a salesperson for chemotherapy. So that's why it's so important that you inform yourself from every direction, what you just can get from every direction, what kind of cancer you have, how is it growing. So have different opinions from different sides, and at the end you need to make up your own decision in which direction you want to go, how you can sleep. And don't forget, most of all humans have cancer cells in their bodies. I have, you have, everybody has. The question is only, does it break out? Does it start building tumors? Does it grow? Or it is just like called dormant, so it's sleeping there. But everybody has cancer tumors in the body. So you need to realize that. Most people don't even know that. And also, there are different pharmaceuticals, these testings, where you can look at it. You can ask your doctor for them. In the Wall Street Journal, there is a range of names which testing you can ask for, and you really should. And I'm thinking by myself, if this is working for prostate cancer, and almost everybody has prostate cancer who I know who's older. So my grandfather also, he had prostate cancer too. He was living with the prostate cancer for 12 years without any problems, and he felt well. He didn't get chemotherapy. And if you are 80, 85, you want to go through chemotherapy, that's another thing you have to think about. Do you want to go to chemotherapy? Sometimes the chemo is worse than living with cancer, honestly. So think about it, look around, and then you go from there and make your own decision. Also, there are different treatments. We have here in Palm Beach Hippocrates. I have heard they are franchising. Hippocrates is a cancer treatment, only plant-based. I personally, if I would have cancer again, I would look into that. I don't want to say I would not go for surgery for the tumor. I would take the tumor out, but I for sure would support the cancer treatment with proper nutrition. And for sure, I will not eat any sweets while I undergo that. It's very important. You are feeding cancer with sugar. So when you have already the tumor, you are like putting food, the highest nutrition. It's like the sugar is, you can put it that way, the sugar is the steroid for the cancer tumor. Always have that in your, I like that. I like that, the steroid of the cancer tumor. I like that. Really think about that. This is how it is. So you can support with nutrition a lot. I would eat much more plant-based, and even if you don't have cancer, you should consider that too. You should support your healthy body with more plant-based food. Eat more vegetables and fruits, and that's so healthy. It's so healthy. It's really supporting health. Now, Hippocrates says that they don't even give you strawberries or pineapples because of the load of sugar. Here I have I personally have a different opinion, because I don't think that sugar from fruits is the same sugar as the refined sugar what you put in your coffee. That's not the same. It's chemically just not the same. And I don't agree completely with that, with Hippocrates, but it doesn't matter. Again, take a look, read into it, take in more information, and make up your decision what you personally feel well with or you feel secure with. And I don't think it's the right thing to have a McDonald's in a hospital. I saw that here in Fort Lauderdale. We have a big hospital here, and the McDonald's is under the oncology level. It's right under them. And so that means when you are going through chemotherapy, you get the smell from McDonald's right into your nose. I don't think McDonald's and cancer are a good team. You should not eat from there when you go through cancer treatment. But you know, rent is expensive, and the hospitals think they don't make enough money, so they rent to restaurants like that who can pay a lot. I would rather prefer they have like green restaurants, healthy restaurants, organic restaurants in their low level of their building. I would love that. Not something like McDonald's. Not a good idea. Also, you want to support your body not to get cancer. Focus more on alkaline in your body. Alkaline means, for example, you eat red beets, that's alkaline. You can make your own lemon juice. You have your water ready. You put 1 or 2 lemons in your water, and when you drink the lemon water, the body alkalines itself through the lemon, and under lemon levels, under alkaline levels, your body cannot grow cancer cells. They are not able to survive in alkaline, we say in German sphere, hopefully it's not that wrong in English. So in a surrounding of alkaline testing, they cannot survive there. So if you drink sometimes, like once a day, a nice glass of lemon water, the own made lemon, not the ready bought, you make it on your own. That's very, very healthy, and it's supporting being cancer free. Don't forget that. And then I was thinking, chemotherapy, money, very close together, you know, I told you. So you want to make money out of this, you want to make money out of chemotherapy, you just take a look on Google which companies are producing chemotherapy. There are so many different kind of chemotherapies, you will not believe that. There is a whole list, and I found a big list which is represented by Pfizer. Pfizer is, if you want to make money, again, this is now health, money, sometimes they don't go hand in hand. In this case, they don't, because Pfizer is producing the chemotherapy. Makes you healthy or not, this is up to you to make the decision if you like chemo or not. I think there is a middle way. Sometimes you need to, but most of the time I don't believe so. But you want to make good money, it's a good idea to buy Pfizer stock. Even though they have a PE ratio, a price earning ratio of already 27, they have a lot of things in their pipe right now, and they will make tons of money coming in the next years. It's really a 99% shot. You invest in Pfizer, you put them to sleep and look again in 10 years. I promise you there will be a huge growth coming. So Pfizer is my tip for today, money wise. If you want to invest into a lot of chemotherapy. Don't forget, doctors most of the time are supporting 90% chemo, and 10% of the doctors give you additional things where you have to be doing, like exercising, a dietitian on your side, and but the chemo is always the main part what they are pushing. So it's a huge money in there. Look how sick a lot of people are. Look how many people have cancer, and this is still growing. What's bad news? But again, when you look at the money side, they will sell even more chemotherapy. So a guarantee that you will make good money from Pfizer stocks. Then I was reading further the Wall Street Journal, as I do every day, and there is also something interesting about healthy labeling on food gets new scrutiny. You know, the word healthy, that's the discussion point here also in the Wall Street Journal on May 11, healthy labeling. The FDA wants to make some changes here, and I think it's time. And probably everybody else thinks it's time. Because in 1994, the FDA said low fat means healthy. That's not the way how it goes, I can guarantee you, because not everything what's low fat is low of sugar, and I tell you most of the time it's not. It's the opposite, it's full of sugar. So that means because it's low fat, it doesn't mean that you stay skinny when you eat all these sugary things what's out there, and they are just killing you. Beside that, you know, they are opposite of alkalining the body, and so it makes it sour, so makes it a great position to let your body grow the cancer cells. That's the part of the sugar too, so don't forget that. When you eat sugary, then eat some red beets, eat some alkaline stuff too. Now the healthy, the word healthy, they want to do now the following. So Wall Street Journal says, what's healthier than a Pop-Tart? Not almonds, according to the today's regulatory rules. That could change as the US Food and Drug Administration, means the FDA, kicks off a review of the 1990s official definition of healthy at the urging of food companies and lawmakers. The US regulator is planning to ask the public as well as food experts for comment on what should be the modern definition of healthy, setting off a process that could take years to complete. Now that's the second part, is the bad news. Oh my God, I don't want to even talk to the people outside what they think it's healthy. You go, you take a look at the shopping carts when you're at Publix or Walmart, and that's when if that's what people think it's healthy, you can throw yourself away, really, because that's not healthy. That's most of the time not healthy what's going on there. So asking the public, I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do. And then it showed us a little drawing to decide what is healthy, like from the regulatory standpoint. And I want to show you that. So Wall Street Journal is asking us, what do you think is healthy of this? Now, this one is healthy. Where is it here? That it says it's healthy. That's the FDA. The juice, but it's not the juice what you are doing. It's the juice when you buy it, and it has like 24 grams of sugar right there. And it also says the quinoa is healthy. Now the quinoa, I can agree, but it says the avocado would not be healthy because of the fat. I tell you something, the avocado is one of the healthiest nutrition what you can put into your body. That's how healthy it is. The fat what's inside avocado is the most healthy fat you can put into your body, and it will be very thankful for that. Also, almonds are also not on the healthy list. Nuts, especially almonds, are one of the most healthiest thing what you can eat in between, let's say between lunch and dinner. I do that every day. So for me, very, very important. There you can see that the definition of healthy is completely wrong, and it's really time to make some changes here. Healthy has to be a good summary of protein, of some carbs, and some fat. It's almonds, they are fatty too. Again, very, very healthy, unsaturated fat, very healthy for you, very healthy, and you're not getting hungry, so it keeps you in great shape. Very important. So, and that's it for today. That was not as much as normally Fridays, but I wanted to really add that in talking about cancer treatment. Very important for me. Look around. Everybody has cancer. It's just really, it's amazing. Try to exercise more. Try to eat healthier. If you don't have cancer yet, try to avoid it with whatever you are able to do naturally, with sports, with good nutrition, with no smoking, and reduce alcohol to the minimum. That's what you can do from your side, and sometimes drink a glass of lemon water to alkaline your body and support your immune system. Thank you very much. Reboot your health and wealth today. Today is the day to get started with a new lifestyle. See you next Friday.